Hi, happy Wednesday, and welcome to week two. Just wanted to let you know how much I appreciated reading your comments and your thoughts about the Gospel of John, particularly how your interest and the things you wanted to learn as we spent time together. Appreciated too your assignments. Hopefully, that will help you as you move forward some of the comments that I made on the papers and things. I do want to just give you a heads up about this coming week. You maybe are already into it, and that's great. We're going to be looking at the prologue of John, the first 18 verses of chapter 1, and it may feel like, oh my goodness, we're going so slow. We will pick up the pace as time goes on, as we go through the next 5 weeks. But it's really important to get a excuse me, clear handle of the beginning and the interaction that John has to set the stage for everything that's going on. So look forward to hearing and seeing your reactions and your responses there. You will be looking at a conversation, a video conversation between two scholars from Yale, and it's interesting. They have a different perspective than Kostenberger. I guess that's how you say his name. Our textbook author. And it's good though to listen and to kind of get a sense of what others are saying about the text. Scholars have been talking about the Gospel of John because of its uniqueness, and I think many of you noted that it's so different from Matthew, Mark, and Luke that people have spent a lot of time interacting with John. And so I do encourage you, because those are a little bit long, you may want to watch it at 1.25 speed with the subtitles on, or even a little bit faster. They do talk a little bit fast, but it is a longer set of lectures or talks that we're going to be watching this week. Many of you also made comments in your papers about biblical interpretation, and I just want to say one thing about that. My father-in-law was on the translation team for the New American Standard Bible as well as the New Living, and he always would say that every act of interpretation, or sorry, every act of translation is an act of interpretation. And so every Bible translation that you have has been interpreted in some way. The people working on the translation had to make interpretive responses and thoughts in the paper. And so it's important to note that, remember that. It's also important then to read widely, maybe to read a number of different translations, because everybody, as they translate, is making some kind of interpretation. I'll give you one example. He mentioned that in the New Living Translation, which he was a part of, they had to set, I think it was a fifth grade reading level. And so they were given a list of vocabulary words that they had to use. And even if there was a better English word that was off the list, they were not able to use that. And so they had to think of another way to, translate the Greek or the Hebrew. So, already you can see how that would impact the way that the text reads. And of course, all these people, my father-in-law included, were faithful, Jesus-loving Christians, and they're trying to do their best, to make it as accurate as possible, but they have different parameters, and every single translation does the same thing. So many of you asked about that, and I just thought I would give that. I hope that's helpful, and I look forward to interacting with you the rest of the week in the class. Thanks.